Hi everyone, good day and welcome to my channel once again. Today we'll be talking on self-medication. What is self-medication? Self-medication is the act of prescribing drugs for yourself without medical intervention. And how is this carried out? This is carried out by getting drugs as a result of our assumption for ourselves. Like we assume our sickness, we assume our illness, and we conclude this, it could be this and it could be that. Okay. And it can also be carried out by getting drugs that was meant for your neighbor or your spouse for yourself. You're sick, and because you're having stomach ache, and your neighbor, you just remember your neighbor was having stomach ache last week and he told you about it, and he went to the hospital and they gave him some drugs. And because of that, you feel like, oh, it seems stomach pain. I can actually work with his or her medication. Then you get the sample from your neighbor to go get for you. Another way we can also carry out this self medication is by googling your symptom. You're feeling sick, you're having abdominal pain, you're having backache, or waist pain, and another thing that comes to your mind is to go to the internet and Google the possible cause of these symptoms. And whatsoever thing that pop out there, you conclude that that is the cause. That is very wrong. So, what are the possible dangers this can cause to our health? One, self medication can result to addiction. Yes, we can easily get addicted to drugs prescribed for ourselves. Secondly, let me throw more light on this addiction. Do you know how addiction works? Alright, some drugs are habit forming. For instance, you're finding it difficult to sleep, and your neighbor gave you his or her drugs that was given to him or her as a result of his or her sleepless nights. Alright, so, and maybe his or her prescription was to take this drug for just 3 nights. But because you gave it to yourself without any medical intervention, whenever the need arises, you take these drugs until you become addicted to it. And without these drugs, you won't be able to sleep on your own again. Secondly, it can cause damage to our organs, our kidney, our lungs. It can damage any part of our organs because there was no proper test, there was no proper diagnosis. You just feel like, and you get the drugs and you start taking it for yourself. It can also result to death. Yes, self medication can result to death. So now we know the danger this can impose on our health. For us to stop these habits, firstly, we have to stop taking prescription or consultation from our neighbors. When you sick or feeling having any symptoms, please go to your healthcare providers. Always undergo proper checkup, proper scientific examination before taking any drugs. Alright? Because whatsoever goes into your system doesn't go out void. It will either have a negative or a positive effect on your. And if you find this video helpful, please subscribe. So when next you're dropping something similar, it will get to your doorstep immediately. Alright? Bye for now.